Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, guys. How we doing out there today? We hope you be good. Are we good? Kiddo, we're making a move, right? All right. I pray and ask God Almighty Allah for help me, you, and everybody out there in this whole world. Give our body shifak and give we food in abundance. Right now, a lot of people in this whole world, there's so much of food can feed everybody in this whole world, and still people are dying by hunger all over this world. It's not right. Because guess what? Me, you, nobody, we can't take it with me. We can't take it in our grave. All the wealth that we have, we can't take it in the grave. Nothing we can't do. We fight for everything in this world. And when we're dead, we take nothing. So guys, are we fighting each other for what? For something that we cannot take? So guys, be careful. Because we will be answerable for our action. And the day when we die and we resurrect back, we have to face Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when that day when we face Him, our limbs gonna speak out, our tongue gonna speak, and things will be a fight for and trump on this earth. You can't get it over there. Book gonna close. Once you die, your book close, and you're done. So a little advice, let me just take it easy with each other. Let me still be friends. Let me be family with each other. It's election time in Guyana, and people are just pick and fight with you for no reason, based upon what you want to do and stuff like that, right? But like I say, Taz is not a guy. I'm not a politician. And for the first time, I'm going to vote. And I'm going to put my vote where I think I'm going to put it. That's my constitution. That's my democratic right. Anyway, I did PPP. I did Win Party. I do APNU. Now I'm trying to get at AFC. Somebody can text me, please, and tell me where this guy, the man, so I can go and find out what they're doing and what they get to offer. So right now, today, I'm doing a Win Party, a Win campaign party in Regent 3. So guys, stay tuned, follow me, and look my video to the end, but take some advice from me. We are not taking nothing with us. All right? Let's feed the nation. Let's go.
Back home to serve his country. He will be a dynamic member of parliament, and I'm sure if he's asked to be a minister or government, he will also do a great job there. I want to invite you to the platform, Mr. Rohan Ho. Good night, residents. Good night. This thing powerful, right? How's everybody doing tonight? That's not everybody. How is everybody doing tonight? Yeah, all right, that's what we're talking about. You know, every time this thing real powerful here, so bad. Every time I come on the stage, I like to spice things up a little bit. You know? I know my colleague might agree with that. But nevertheless, I really want to talk about policies tonight. But you know, sometimes I get a little carried away. So I get carried away. All you guys have, huh? Yeah, surprise me there too. Anyway, so how many of you guys know about railway stations in Guyana? Just a show of hands. Wow, that's only like 0.0002% of you guys right here. So let me tell you something. Under the Win administration, one of the things that we will embark in is a railway station from Perico to Regent Hoop. Did you guys hear what I'm saying tonight? So all of you are going to experience railway station, but not just to experience it, but to also be on it, to move products and services, all of you who are like farmers, all of you who have goods to move from Puerto Rico to Britain, they'll be able to move easily. And not just move easily, that also will bring about job creation. Are you guys hearing me tonight? That will also bring about. Thank you very much, our young people. You know the level of study. And I'm telling you, if Ali would have done it and got caught, how many more in the PPP cabals and in their cabinets would have skipped all those chains to acquire what they acquire today? You guys thinking about how I'm thinking it? All right. So you could see that the level of corruption is real. So many of them, why you think some of those sectors that they are leaders in is failing? Because they have no clue. They would have either purchased their degree or have someone sit the exams and those kind of stuff for them. But going back to the youths, the system would have failed many of us. And our vision is no micro, it is macro. Means it's big. We want to be able to embark into challenges that would make us get better. We want to make sure we could see our youths. We want to make sure that we could see. I've seen a lot of elderly here, a lot of pensioners in here tonight, and I want to tell you guys, change is coming. You may not be available to be around for the world transformation, but while you are here, we will make sure that we provide a proper wage for you, the people who are pensioners. We understand that you guys have been struggling for a long time, and to see that you would have put your back, dedicate your life to helping to the development of this country, I think, and the Win Party also thinks and knows, along with our presidential candidate, Mr. Mohammed, that you guys deserve better than $41,000 a month. Well, sir, are you hearing me tonight? When you go to the store to purchase something with $41,000, how many of you coming out with more than 2 bags on one side and one on the next side? Oh, jeez. This song bad. The woman said 1 bag. You know, I want to say something. Before 2015, do you guys know that minimum wage was only $36,000? How were you guys surviving on $36,000? That is why the corruption cannot end. Because you would have to do something else, or you'd be like what the police them does be outside. Leave something with me now. Those are the days that are gone come September 1st, when you place your ex. But first, we are going to minimize corruption. We are going to start minimum wage at $230,000. Are you guys hearing what I'm saying to you tonight? All of this and more is because our presidential candidate would have been on the ground working and listening attentively to the concerns of you, the people of this country. You guys hear what I'm saying? He would have listened to your concern, create a manifesto just like the Bible, the Bhagavad Gita, and the Quran, so that we who gets there, we can study that, implement it, and make it happen for you, the people, so all of you can enjoy the good life in this country. We are not speaking because we want to speak. Hear me clearly. When I come on this platform here, it's facts. We are here because we understand that you, the people who are out here tonight, needs that change. Because if you didn't need that change, you would not have been here tonight. Serious business. So all of them who they're talking the shenanigans, let them talk. We are here for business. And we are here to elect the next president, Mr. Azardin Mohammed, for the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. Created his team with people who understands the manifesto and want to make sure that they are we are the servants for you guys and not the other way around. You have the opportunity to elect us. You also have the opportunity to remove us if we don't do what we say we're going to do. But I can assure you, with the leader that we have no other choice than to just do it. We have an opportunity like no other to elect a true leader and not those misleaders. Leaders, not misleaders. You guys hear me? So come September 1st, who are we electing? True leaders, and the true leaders are from the one party. We invest in nationhood. You guys hear me tonight? Some of my colleagues will be talking about this, but that's okay. I wanted to soak in the brains of every Guyanese on our plans for you, the people of this country. Because if you guys are not developed, we can never be developed as a country. So if we invest in you, we know that you will do what you have to do for Guyana. Are you guys hearing me? So we want to make sure that we invest in you the right way. And the right way we intend to do come on September 2nd. You know, once our presidential candidate is sworn in, a lot of us in the party saying that, oh, we go to sleep 3 o'clock, we go to sleep 4 o'clock. That is when the real work starts. So me know what time they don't go to sleep. You understand me? But I know we'll be working on the clock, off the clock to make sure, because mind you, what those misleaders would have done for 59 years, we want to be able to beat that in less than 5. So we're going to be working.
Mom was hit down by a car, and in court the matter was dismissed because of whatever the prosecution did. That case will be reviewed when we become the next government of this country. Mr. Rohan Hope will have justice from his mother's death. In our country, and the privileged few, they're taking you for a ride. That will end when you elect Mr. Azardin Mohammed as our next president. Part of this campaign. He is an attorney at law. He worked in corporate America and he decided to come to Guyana to help in this campaign. I want to invite to you Mr. Jonathan Sabrian.
Good night, folks. Let me do it in a couple of things that I know. Assalamu alaikum. I gotta hear you. Walaikum salam. Namaste. Namaste. Buenas noches. Bonsoir. That's French. And last of all, good evening, everybody. Let me hear you. Good evening. Now, I'm gonna abbreviate this first of all. You know, Azardin Mohammed is a very long name. So I want you to talk after me. We're gonna shorten it to Asmo. Let me hear you. Asmo. Let me hear you again. Asmo. Yeah, buddy. So when you have a conversation with your friends, you can say that affectionately. You're speaking of President in waiting. Now, Charles said I came from the United States of America, but you know, I was born in Dublin on the west coast of Demerara. And I left a long time ago. And I used to come and play ball, bumper ball right here. Right in this field here, I used to come and play bumper ball, Mr. Rohan's place over here, long time ago. I migrated, I used to go to Queen's College, and then I got a scholarship and left to go to the United States. And I finished law school in the United States also. And one thing I've always thought of is nation building. For too long in this country, almost 60 years, we were always bracketed between the PPP and the PNC. Not one is the other, not one is the other. But when I look around here and I see so many young people, it lifts my spirit and my heart. Because this country belongs to you, the younger generation. And here's why I say that. 65% of the Guyanese population are between the ages of 18 and 45. The other 35% will be dead and gone in 20, 25 years. But the other 35% are the ones who received all the money, illegally or so, for their friends and family, the cronyism. And if you young folks do not take control of this country will become bankrupt for your children and you in the mature years of your lives. You must take hold of this country. Give yourself a huge round of applause to agree with me. Yes. If you notice, the energy, the oomph that this young people put out here, walking from village to village, house to house, community to community, to spread the word of the WIN organization. There is a true commitment from them because they believe in taking hold of the country. This is a young people movement. What is it? A young people movement. Now, Ms. Lowe earlier on spoke about greed and corruption. I'd just like to touch on that just for a little moment. The last budget we had in this Guyana, the 2025 budget, was $1.3 trillion with a T. Not an M for a million, not a B for a billion, but a T for a trillion. $1.3 trillion. WIN estimates that between 25 to 30% of that $1.3 trillion is thieving money. What kind of money? Thieving money. You know how much money is that 30% thieving money? $400 billion. Billion dollars. That's the thieving money. How much is the thieving money? $400 billion. Now this current government will ask, well, we promised them the kind of money for the old age, for the pensioners and the school children, etc. Where are we going to get the money from? That damn $400 billion that you're thieving, we're going to stop the thieving and take the same money and parcel it to the people. Give yourself a shot for that. Yes, Parliament. No matter what the opposition did with the 32 seats, they had 33 and 34, so whenever they have to vote, they stick their hand up in the air and everything passed. Now hear me out. I said the budget was $1.3 trillion, right? They went back a couple months after that. I looked for another 106 or something billion dollars. And just before they dissolved Parliament, they went back again for another $60 billion. Now if you're a housewife and you're budgeting, wouldn't you know how to budget? Now you have the government pay these people astronomical sums of money to craft the budget for the whole year. But in less than 6 months, you've gone twice back to Parliament for almost more than $200 billion. What kind of maths are you working with? The flags from Charity to Line Path and Skeldon would have costed the PPP government over $200 million. The flags alone. Guess what? You go to the health centers, they don't even have Tylenol. They don't even have water to give you. The president went and opened that hospital by the Kendra last week, I think it was Monday. Somebody when they choose it is one doctor and 3 nurses there in the entire damn hospital. 1 doctor, 3 nurses. There you go, a lot of people died there already. So the cutting of the ribbons there is only to make them look good, to tell you, they're doing good and must vote for them. It's like cow dung. You know what's cow dung? How many people know cow dung? Yeah, it dry at the top and wet at the bottom. Let's go again. Go home with something that you can discuss with your friends at work, at home, at school, in any community that you are in. If this government can run by the track record, why do they have to spend almost $1 billion to advertise that we should give them a chance to go back in? If you're doing so good, why are you spending over $1 billion? And I'll tell you why. They still want teeth. They still want teeth. And not only that, they want to make sure that they're going to continue the teeth in, and when ASMO and this win crew wins this election, they don't want us to win because they know we're going to go in and investigate all the thievery. That's why. Now this country belongs to all you young people. It's about time you take control of this country. Give it up for yourselves, folks. Yes. You took that dollar and you went to the shop. In 20, and it's worth $1. 2025, when you take that dollar and go to the shop, it's worth 25 cents. This is how your money is being eaten away because of inflation. You need to take hold of this country to stop the thievery.
Now she is an accomplished young lady, only, what, 18? Maybe, I don't know. She has completed a bachelor's degree in journalism. She's now doing a master's degree in politics. And all the way from Scotland, please welcome Ms. Hadi Mohammed.
I wish I were 18. I'm not. Good night, farm! Good night! Farm! Where are we putting our X? Next to the... I can't hear. Next to the... Leopard! Now I'm here to talk to the young people, to the youth, because our country cannot move forward without you, without us, because we are the future. And with WIN, we will transform this country. You are all the heartbeat of Guyana. You are full of energy, full of ideas, full of new visions, and you are ready for a change that Guyana desperately needs. For too long, the politicians have been using you. They only call you when it's elections time. They only visit you when it's elections time. They only come and fix a few roads when it's elections time. They only fulfill their promises when it's elections time. What about the 5 years that they were in government for? What about that? They have forgotten you. They do not give you jobs. They lie. They take opportunities from you. They leave you without a future. But that stops today. That stops on September 1st when Azardin Mohammed takes government. Is different. We invest in nationhood. We invest in you, the people. WIN is about giving young people real chances. You will get proper jobs that actually pay good, that gives you money to survive, and not only survive, to thrive. When we'll have training and education hubs across the country. When will be a government that listens, not just when elections is coming, but every single day after. When is here for you. When was built by the people, for the people. Our policies are rock hard solid because Azardin Mohammed, the people's president, has been traversing this country as long as I can remember. More than the current government, he has traveled the depths of this country. He has come into your community, into your regions that are inaccessible by boat or by air. He has driven there on these concussion roads to listen to you, to feel what you feel, and to observe what you are going through. And he came back and he mustered a perfectly capable, qualified, diverse, talented, an amazing team, and we put together the best manifesto that has your hearts and interests. We understand the struggle and few, a family, friends, and favorites, and that will end come September 1st. That you only have two options. For years, this has to stop because we have a new and better option. We have will be left behind. No one will be living in poverty. Everyone will thrive. Do you want to be used and forgotten? What? Or do you want to be leaders, decision makers, game changers? Yes! Another important factor that we must stress upon is the lack of special needs facilities across our country. In this modern day and age, in this progressive world, Guyana is lagging behind in this aspect. Parents are being told, no, we cannot accommodate your child. Is this right? Is this right? Every child deserves love, attention, and care. Your power is your vote. Your vote is your power. That's the day to show them that you are serious about your future, that you are not afraid of their victimization and their intimidation. We are not afraid. Are we afraid? Are we afraid? So you will go and put your ex top and bottom your political affiliation, your race, your gender, your religion, your sexuality, your class. You will never be victimized ever again. To show them that when the youth rise, the whole country rise. In with the new, out with the... So let's chant together. Who will win? Win! Who will win? Who will win? Who will win? Who will win? Bottom on September 1st. Bring out your families, bring out your friends, and as the President, Azardin Mohammed says, even bring your enemies, because the corrupt, lying people Thank you.
And what she said at the end, I want to reiterate to you tonight here on East Bank Essequibo, under a Wynne administration, there is no room for ethnicity. There is only one Guyana, one people, one nation, and one destiny. What you will get the job under a Wynne administration. So this discrimination will come to an end. That is an assurance from our political leader and your next president, Rohan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Today is a historic day for me and my relatives who lives at this village called Ramanville. I want to make a correction. This is not Farm Village. This is Ledistane. It was named after the British slave masters, Ledistane, which means the destination. And I want to make this historic statement because here at Ledistane, the family of Abdul Rahman and Sons Limited owns this estate. We own half of this village. That's not an idle boast. It's a fact. And we, this family, formed the cornerstone of the People's Progressive Party. One of our brothers, Abdul Khalil Rahman, was one of the first member People's Progressive Party in 1950 when it was formed by Dr. Jagan and Mr. Burnham. Over there it's called Farm Village, and we've always had conflicts because 99.1% of the people over there are Guyanese of African descent. But let me tell you today, you see when you look around, the whole country has changed and here has changed because you don't have any more PNC and PPP. We have broken that chain. And look around here, when you go, let me say this to you. When we were doing nomination for our candidates, every single person over there, Farm Village, they signed their name to nominate our candidates for this election, regional and general election. So we have broken that chain. We have broken the chain of racism. We have destroyed not only the PPP, but the PNC. It's a lot of historical facts that I will tell you. When my father came here, he came from Wakanam. And the island of Wakanam was where the Guyana Rice Producers Association was born. And my father was one of the founding members of the Rice Producers Association. And when he stopped the colonial governor on the road and said to him, listen, we have a lot of problems on the road of drains and irrigation. The governor said to him, Mr. Rahman, I can't solve individual problems. So you need to get some farmers and come to my house, my state house, where we will set up an organization. And that organization was set up in 1946. I have the original document that my father gave to me. So here at Ledistane, you have a historic place. Right of the house across where my father used to live. He died. My parents died. Walter Rodney came there. Professor Walter Rodney used to come there. In 1980, him, myself, and my brother, we set up the National Farmers Organization, of which I am the chairman. And we represent people without asking them to give us any money. All our family here athletic stain have contributed tremendously to the upliftment of this country. I was jailed in 1973 for preventing the Burnham from rigging the elections. I was locked up and charged, spent jail 7 days and 7 nights. And in 1980, I was charged for treason shortly after Professor Walter Rodney was assassinated. And let me say this to you. The President of this country, which is Azardin Mohammed. I have traveled around with him, and I say this to you. Azardin Mohammed will make history in this country because he has the quality of love, care, affection, humility and simplicity that I have not seen in my 77 years, my 50 years of politics. They didn't see me for a long time on social media. So I said to him that I was busy going around with the president in waiting. And here am I today. I don't have to endorse the new president. I don't have to do that. I am one of the founding members of this wonderful movement that we have never seen in modern times. The only time we have seen such a movement was in 1953, when the People's Progressive Party, headed by Dr. Chetty Jagan and Mr. Fort Burnham, won the elections in that year, 1953, with 18 out of 21 seats. That was a landslide. And I want to ask you, all of you today who have come out, and I come out in large numbers. Some of you came late because you told me you were afraid and you didn't want to be seen by the establishment. But let me say this to you. This new administration will change all of that. All of that. Because what we will bring to this country, we have already united the people on the basis of race, on the basis of culture, on the basis, I have never seen so many women participating in the political process as we have seen today. All over the country, they are coming out fearlessly because they believe in the man who will become the next president of this country.
Mr. Azardin Mohammed, we cannot thank you enough for coming out tonight in your numbers. We love your presence. We love the fact that you're wearing the blue jerseys without fear, because we know the intimidation from the government of Guyana, the PPP, has been tremendous. We've seen the works of the Guyanese critic every morning threatening people, every day threatening. Took me to task the other day. He said Azardin bought the van for me. It's a good thing I have friends who know better. I have spoken to Azardin in the last 2 years, probably 2 times, and in fact it was Charles Sugrim who called me to be a candidate with him. So I know the work of Azardin. I know the good spirit he has. I know he will do good for the people of Guyana. He has been doing good for the people of Guyana without having the power and the money of the government. He has done more for the people of Guyana than the entire PDP put together. He has built more houses for people than the entire government of Guyana. They have built a set of houses in Providence. They're all locked up because the rich PDP people have bought them out. Instead of giving them to the poor and middle class people, they kept them for themselves. When you pass, they're all locked up because PPP money people have bought them out. They've used the government resources to build them for 5 or 6 million, and they bought them out, and today they value them at 20 million. It's an investment for them because they're a heartless, mean and selfish bunch. When you pass Freedom House, you look at that nasty old building and the nasty old faces that look back at you. You know that those people have nothing good for you. Nothing at all good for you. But and Kwame McCoy 2 years ago sent goons in UG Road to beat me up, to kill me. God was with me, and I survived without feeling a single blow, although they gave me, according to people, over 200 lashes with their baseball bats. I am here today like the beast that they never expected to see again, to let the Jack Bill, Kwame McCoy, and the wicked PPP cabal know your time will end in a few weeks. Just 2 weeks, thank you, and you will have to run out of Guyana, because the beast will be knocking at your door to ask you. You want to try it yourself? Don't send 3 and 4 this time. You come, little Micah boy. Try your luck with the beast. Intimidation and fear is a key mark of this government. They hate you for free thinking. They don't want you to know the truth. They want you to always stand by and be fearful, and to be always looking for some small handout from them. They create the problem. They create the poverty. And then they come with their $100,000 as if they're doing you a big favor. This country earns in excess of 15 million US dollars a day from oil and gas. 15 million US. We're making 750,000 barrels of oil out in the ocean. 750,000 barrels of oil. We get 12.5% in production, oil production, what they refer to as cost oil, and we get 2% royalty. Every single day they get 15 million US dollars. Every day. They borrowed a loan from the Chinese government for $256 million. If you're getting 15 million US dollars a day, in 10 days you will have 150 million US. In 20 days you will have 300 million US. So why are you borrowing $256 million from the Chinese government? Why would you need to borrow 256 million? Every 20 days you get 300 million US dollars from oil and gas. We're not talking about the timber, bauxite, diamond, gold, uranium, sand, timber. They don't tell you about that. They don't tell you that in the Putah River they have a tunnel 750 feet deep under the Putah River, and the Chinese are driving trucks in, driving our gold out, putting it back into the boats in Maikoni, in Mackenzie, in Linden, and quietly shipping our gold out. They like to call Azardin and say, ship out the gold. Well, I can tell you something. The Mohammed's family involvement in gold production and as licensed gold dealers for Guyana is just about 4% of the overall gold production in Guyana. If Azardin Mohammed and his family can do so well with just 4%, where is the 96%? All the massive amount of gold that this country produces every single day. If Azardin can build and buy beautiful cars and build beautiful big buildings with just 4%, what about the other 96%? What is Jack Dio doing with the other 96%? The Canadians came down, 15 years ago. They left 15 years ago. They came just about, shipped out 3 million ounces of gold. 3 million ounces of gold. It was all shipped to Canada to test as samples. 3 million ounces of gold. You can probably pile it here and you can't climb over it. 3 million. Canadians gone. I heard the white lady from Omai said, we're back to 6 million this time. How come the Americans don't see when Omai is taking out our gold, but there's nothing looking for Azardin? Let me give you a little story what the sanctions are about. Cyril Lynch, the former ambassador of the United States of America to Guyana, took money from Jack Bill. Took money from Jack Bill to
to get her friends in Washington, the deep state, to put the sanctions on the Mohammeds. Why can I say that? Because for the last week and a half I've been saying it. For the last week and a half I've been calling Sarah because I saw her with Jack Deal on the 4th of August walking in a national park as if they were friends and old buddies. Sarah Lynch, the former U.S. ambassador, when I called her out, I never saw the U.S. ambassador in my area. She lives up the road. She was visiting the second in command who lives right next door to me. And I made notice of it on Facebook. Look, the ambassador, it's nice to see her in my area. It's nice to see her in the area. She came there quietly to have meetings with her second in command. Today they moved out. The family moved out. She and her husband moved out from next to me. Packed up every single thing. They brought the crates and everything. There is big trouble coming. Because I'm going to tell you a little secret. Kash Patel, the head of the FBI, happens to be a personal friend of mine. Because I supported Donald Trump in the very early days. When no one believed he could ever win, I was there. I was known as the guy in South America, Brian Marks, backing up Donald Trump. His second in command at the FBI, Don Bongino, is my friend. And I asked him to look into the matter. Did Sarah collect money? Is she working for the deep state? Well, after watching the confusion next door, with the U.S. ambassador visiting often, and today them shipping out, packing up their belongings and leaving, I think I'm hit the head, the hammer on the head. And Sarah, we're looking at you. We heard you got properties in Guyana. We heard you got a bank account in Guyana. We heard you got a lot of money in Guyana given to you by Barry Jack Deal. Terrified of the British. But my grandfather came from Scotland just 100 years ago, and the family never left. So you're looking at Scottish blood. I'm a Scottish warrior, unafraid of Jack Deal, McCoy, you name it in the PP. And I'm not afraid to call out the deep state illegal operations of the U.S. government. I would even say it's the U.S. government because this is an arm within the arm of the Justice Department. And my friend Kash Patel is going to look into the matter for me. And very soon he will say if the sanctions placed on the Mohammeds are indeed genuine or not. We will know soon enough. I spoke to him before he became the President of the United States. When the campaigns were on and not many people believed in him, I did. And people like Don Bongino and Kash Patel and all the other guys who were on Facebook and social media people, including myself, we were backing Donald Trump. And I back Donald Trump to this day. He's the greatest president the United States has ever seen and will ever have. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump's entire net worth, all his buildings in Manhattan, 100 stories high, all his properties in Scotland, golf courses, Mar-a-Lago, the most beautiful place in Florida. When you put it all together, it only comes up to $7 billion US. All his work. This government of Guyana has borrowed $8 billion US in the last 5 years. So you understand how much money it is? It took Donald Trump, he's 82 now. It took him his whole life just to get to $7 billion. These guys here in Guyana, playing the Chinese against the Americans, and the IDB, because they're trying to match the Chinese investment in Guyana, they're giving them money. They just collected $325 million for Human Services Ministry. She's gonna print some jerseys, put up a sign. 300,000 people to vote for us, because we will make your lives better. Give us a chance. You have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose because you have nothing to get from both PPP and the PNC. So that means you have nothing to lose. They have nothing for you. They are both two sides of a coin. They're equally mean and they have nothing for you. Guyanese, we're at a crossroads. We either go back that old way of poverty and starvation, or we go in the bright new color. Look at the beautiful colors of wind. Azardin Mohammed, you've seen him. You've seen him giving away homes, cars, bikes. How can one man do so much? How many other millionaires and billionaires do we have? Do you ever see them giving anything away? No, they don't. Azardin Mohammed does. And he started doing it even before he announced his presidency. It was I who took a photograph with Azardin on the circuit, November 2 years ago. And I put an arrow and I said 2025 with a question mark. And it started from that day. Somebody within 5 minutes had made an Azardin for president photograph, a little poster. And it broke hell loose in the POP. Jack Dewey instantly started attacking him. Instantly started attacking him. Ladies and gentlemen, talk to your friends, beg your friends, beg your PNC diehard friends, beg your PPP diehard friends. Let us vote for change September 1. Vote for Azardin Mohammed.
Brothers and sisters, good evening. I want to bring some important information to you so you can understand when I started it. But as we all standing, sitting here, we can all feel this breeze of change is blowing across this country called Guyana. And so, on the 1st of September, we will be going to the polls to vote for a new president, a president in waiting, Mr. Azardin Mohammed. My sisters and brothers, a lot has been said about the Chinese. Let me tell you a little more about these Chinese.
5,000 to 100,000 per child. We will provide mommy and daddy. You don't have to worry about breakfast and lunch after you vote us into office. Because every child in every school will receive a nutritious breakfast and a lunch. And if transportation has to be provided for our children to go to school, your government will also pay for that for you. For those receiving a mere $22,000 a month in public assistance, our Win administration will increase that to $50,000 a month. And for pensioners, you have struggled a long time. You worked and you work in this country, your sweat and blood is on our soil. And you have not been treated well. This is what a Win administration will increase your monthly pension from $41,000 to $100,000 a month. So pensioners will finally begin to live a good life. And now you can help the grandchildren with some small piece. Because you'll have a lot of money in your hand. You deserve it. Our country needs to pay you back for all you did for our country. And under Azardin Mohammed, a Win government will do that for you. So I want to encourage all 80,000 pensioners all across Guyana. Please go out early and vote for Win on the 1st of September. Go out and vote. And all our people who are eligible to go out and vote, and they vote for us, we will have a landslide victory in these elections. Constitution of our country. And to do that, we need 44 seats in Parliament. So I want to encourage all of you, please call your friends, your family, your neighbors, everyone you know. Tell them to go out there on the 4th of September. Go early, young people. I know you don't have patience. You will say the line is long. I have to go. Please stay there. Please stay in the line. Go and vote on the 4th of September. President, she is a mother of 4, you won't believe it. I think she's young, but she's lying to us. But she is also a biochemist engineer, very qualified people. Our team has the most qualified people in any political party. Our team is most qualified. We have the most qualified people in our party. And I want to invite to the stage the sister of our next president, Ms. Hannah Mohammed.
Good evening, residents of Farm! How are we doing tonight, Region 3? They say West Side is the best side, is that true? Alright. So it's an honor to be here with all of you here tonight. Not just as a member of the WIN campaign, but as the sister of your president-in-waiting, Mr. Azardin Mohammed! We've made a pivot. He is no longer the presidential candidate. He is our president-in-waiting. So as you know, WIN was founded on Independence Day, May 26, 2025, making it today just 83 days old. Can you believe that? Can you believe the momentum that WIN has been able to build in such a short time? In less than 3 months, we have put together a full slate of incredibly qualified candidates, launched a manifesto that speaks to the struggles of the real Guyanese people, and built a movement that is shaking the foundations of politics in this country. The new organization, we began putting together our political structure and assigning regions to different coordinators. And about a little over a month ago, at WIN headquarters, they called me into a meeting and they handed me a proposal. It was a plan to expand our reach across every region of Guyana to ensure that no village, no community, and no citizen is left behind. So they said, Region 3 has 116,875 voters, a massive voting bloc, a critical region, a region often labeled as a PPP region, a PPP stronghold. And they told me they needed someone strong. They needed someone with integrity, someone who couldn't be corrupted, someone who will bring down the rod of correction on corruption, someone who could stand up to these monsters, these liars, these thieves, a no-nonsense person. And I looked at them and I said without hesitation, I will take Region 3. It does not belong to corruption. Region 3 does not belong to lies. Region 3 belongs to you, the people. Hold them. Not only will I take Region 3, but together we will win Region 3! While you, the people of yes, you know who I'm talking about. While you, the people of Region 3, are left to live Smith to Region 3. But have they not done for you? Have they taken care of you? Or have they only taken care of certain people in certain areas? Well, I am here to tell you that you are not the forgotten people. Change is here, ladies and gentlemen. And under a WIN administration, we will take Region 3 and we will develop it like Because on September 1st, we are taking it and we are painting it blue. Brothers and sisters, as many of you know, my usual speech at these gatherings is about the rapists. I am not afraid of them. I am not afraid of the PPP. It's about the rapists and the pedophiles and the abusive men that make up the leadership of the PPP, that they protect, including previous ministers. Yes. I have made it my duty to raise these issues at every single WIN meeting because our women and children deserve protection, not betrayal by those in power. And while that fight remains deeply important to me, tonight I want to turn to something else that also strikes at the heart of our democracy. So residents of Farm, we stand at a historic moment in our country's life. In just days, Guyana will decide the future it wants. And today, we are not the only ones sounding the alarm. The Carter Center, one of the most respected international observers in the world, an institution that has stood for democracy across continents, has spoken clearly about what is happening here in Guyana. They have today reported an international explosive report confirmed what many of us live here in Guyana every single day. The victimization, the intimidation, the bias. They noted that our candidates have had their bank accounts closed. The Carter Center noted this, not the WIN campaign, the Carter Center. That WIN and our presidential candidate has been denied use of public spaces for meetings. This is a private property. We have applied for permits to have our meetings, but they refuse them, and we are forced to ask private citizens to use their private property. And many of the times the citizens are afraid of victimization. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's a brave citizen right there. Candidate airline services, and I am told they're denying one of our candidates, Miss Dawn Hastings. They're denying her to fly in the interior as well. They recognize, the Carter Center has recognized that the banks over-comply with sanctions and that it is not about law. It is about silencing political voices like Mr. Azardin Mohammed. Friends, what is happening here is not just about WIN and WIN's candidates. You must understand that this is about every single Guyanese. Every single citizen who wants a fair chance to participate in the political process without fear, without discrimination, without intimidation. When banks close accounts because of who you support, when workers are threatened because of who they stand with, that is not democracy. That is oppression dressed as procedure. But here is the truth, my friends. They cannot silence the will of the people. It's very timely, and it proves that the world is watching Guyana closely. It proves that the cries of you, the ordinary people, of teachers struggling with wages, of farmers trying to make ends meet, of young people desperate for opportunities. Their voices are finally being heard beyond our borders. It is a good thing. WIN was built for this moment. We do not deny who we are. Yes, my brother has worked hard to achieve success, But our mission is to make sure that success is not just reserved for few, but spread across Guyana to each and every single one of you. Every single citizen of Guyana deserves to own a business, deserves to send their children to school, to live without fear, and yes, even one day to enjoy the comforts that should not only belong to the elite or the top 5% or to friends, family, and favorites. Our fight is about fairness. Azardin Mohammed's fight is about fairness. It is about equality. It is about ending victimization. It is about a new kind of leadership that listens, that cares, that serves the people. Why is the PPP so scared? I will tell you why. It is because they know the truth. They have lost the trust of the people. They have lost the confidence of the working man, the single mother, the farmer, the teacher, the youth who cannot find opportunities. They have lost their support and they know it. That is why they are scared. And as sure as night follows day, they are going to lose this election. No amount of fear mongering, no amount of victimization, no amount of their lies can stop the will of the people. Now many of you may have heard the constant attacks on my brother, Mr. Azardin Mohammed. The PPP tries to paint him as someone seeking power, driven by selfish ambitions. But the truth is, my brother is not doing this for power. My brother is not doing this for money. He has enough money. He is doing this because you, the people, called on him. He wants nothing more than to help the people of Guyana, to empower the people. He loves when people are able to sustain their own livelihood, to be able to take care of themselves and their families. This is one of the reasons why he insisted that the budget must allocate $100,000 for the elderly so that they don't have to depend on their children to take care of them. They're able to sustain themselves. He is committed to dedicating his life to the cause of the people because he believes that every single citizen deserves a better future, no matter where they come from, no matter the color of their skin or the texture of their hair. He believes that you deserve a better quality and standard of life, and come September 1st, you will have that under his administration. Now we all know that no one is perfect, but Azardin Mohammed is present. He is there. He has the interest of people at heart. He listens. He truly listens. He's someone that shows up, listens to your struggles, and wants to make real change happen. And when you need him the most, he is there. But now, residents of Farm, he needs you. He can't do this alone. So I ask you, mothers, fathers, elders, youth, on September 1st, let's go out there and let's show up for a man who has always shown up for you. If you believe in what he stands for, if you believe in a better Guyana, then on September 1st, you come out in your numbers and you vote this corrupt PPP government out of office, and you put your X on the leopard, and you vote for Azardin Mohammed for a better Guyana. The president in waiting loves you. I'm sorry he couldn't be here with you tonight. He's not tired. He's not tired. He's in Sophia. But he asked the country. He never wants us to say he's tired. He's fighting for the people. He's fighting. Sometimes he falls asleep in the car driving to Madia. You know, he has to drive everywhere because they don't allow him to fly. He's fighting for you, but he has to convey his love and to thank you for your support and to thank you for being strong. And he always says, thank you. He always says wherever he goes, he always wants to thank the people for the prayers, because prayers move mountains.